Pissed off son of the world here. Guess what? Suicide Squad review. Oh my god, I gotta say. That light's in my motherfucking eye, I don't like it. But first, today's like what, September 20th, Tuesday? September 20th, Tuesday, 2016? Honestly, Suicide Squad's only in AMC Theater at the Garden State Plaza like 3 times a day, usually 12:50 or 4 or 5, and then, I don't know, sometime at night. I don't go out at night. I drink at night. Night's for drinking. Daytime for everything else you gotta get done. Because you can't drink and drive, you know? And I'm definitely not gonna pay no goddamn Uber. I ain't trust no goddamn Uber. Either way, I was the most skeptical of this. I was really like the most skeptical of this motherfucking shit. Suicide Squad, first of all, Deadshot. Well, Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. Samuel L. Jackson, he's my favorite actor, actually. He's number one, definitely. And, well, I actually would have rather have Samuel L. Jackson play Deadshot, you know? But I watched the freaking Arrow, you know, the Arrow TV show, and the Deadshot that was in that was my favorite Deadshot. He was Deadshot for me. You know, that's the Deadshot I seen, the one in the TV show, the cartoons and all that. That was Deadshot for me. Will Smith kind of brings his own style of acting into the Deadshot, which it's like, wait a minute, it's not the actual character, because, you know, he's talking slang and all this stuff. This is spoiler free, by the way, so I can't spoil nothing. But he talks like slang, like, oh, growing up in the streets or some shit like that. Like, he's like Rick Flag. He goes to Rick Flag, like, oh, somebody like you wouldn't even survive in the streets like me or something. And he has that slang to him, you know, like, not how Deadshot would actually talk. Deadshot talks a lot more serious. I mean, Will Smith did a good job with the serious parts that he was serious in, but sarcasm was okay. But the way he talked sometimes, like, he sounded like he's from the ghetto or something. And I'm like, Deadshot's not from the ghetto. It didn't actually ruin it for me. I actually did enjoy him as Deadshot. I'll admit that. I kind of liked him because him and Rick Flag, they had the controversy in there, and that was really cool. I really liked that. And Rick Flag, by the way, the guy who played Rick Flag is a guy who played RoboCop. Then the new RoboCop movie, the one that, what's his name? Commissioner Gordon from the Batman Dark Knight trilogy. He was in that as a scientist. Man, I was really excited. Rick Flag I like. He's cool. He got a last name Flag too. That's really cool. He was like the highlight for me for this movie. Rick Flag was my hands down favorite character of the movie. Hands down. Well, I would say Batman, but he barely had any scenes. I mean, they show Batman like he's gonna be in like a couple scenes of this movie, but he's barely in any scenes. I mean, either way, you're gonna find out, but I'm disappointed in that. Either way, the scenes that Batman was in, he was very good. I mean, Ben Affleck that was really Batman for me. I almost pictured myself watching the animated cartoon series all over again. Like, that was my Batman. And you know, Batman, I like Christian Bale because I didn't really know much about Batman back then. Well, I did know, but I don't know. I guess because it was like I grew up with Christian Bale and stuff. But then I would see, and then the 1989 Batman, that guy, I forgot the actor's name. He was always my Batman, number one, over everybody. But now Ben Affleck is. Rick Flag, he was really good. He was really cool. And the way he led the team, and everybody has to protect him, because if he dies, then Amanda Waller's gonna kill everyone in Suicide Squad. Rick Flag, he actually really brought the character to life. I mean, I don't know much about Rick Flag in the comics, just like the scenes that he's been in and stuff, or Suicide Squad comics. That was Rick Flag for me. That was a really good Rick Flag. Let's go with the ones that I'm not sure about. Let's start off with Joker. If you've seen the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio when he played Romeo, and it was like gang wars and shit in that movie, this is like kind of like the setting of that movie, this movie had kind of like a similar setting with the Joker around, and he really just sounded like he was trying to be like a Heath Ledger Joker, but adding more depth to it, and I guess more seriousness or something to it. He was not real. For me, that's not the Joker. That is not the Joker. Jared Leto, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He made himself insane on set, sending people dead bodies or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I read something on Facebook. He went so hard to get that role, went crazy training his acting skills, and he gave us a Joker that we didn't want. Another type of style Joker. I mean, he's not like the comical Joker, like we all grew up with. Most of us grew up with. He's definitely not like Heath Ledger Joker, but he's kind of like Heath Ledger Joker, but when he laughs, he doesn't have the he doesn't do it like that. I could do a better Joker laugh than goddamn Jared Leto. Jared Leto's I think he's a horrible Joker. Tattoos, stupid. This Joker was like in charge of mafias and shit or something, and I don't know. The car chase with Joker and Batman, that was really good, but it was really a short scene, so it wasn't that good. Harley and Joker, the tattoos definitely didn't do it, and his voice, I mean, well, you're my friend, something like that. It was just, right? He was horrible. Honestly, okay, I'll say it was an okay Joker, because I liked the movie, but he definitely was not Joker. Next, Harley Quinn. Everybody said this girl played perfect as Harley Quinn. I mean, she definitely had a good body, that was good. She looked good for it. But this Harley Quinn, she was saying things that I feel that Harley Quinn normally wouldn't really, like, say out of nowhere like that, you know? It was like, even she looked like a little confused saying it, too. I mean, for me, she wasn't that much of a Harley Quinn. I would give her maybe 6 or 7 out of 10 for Harley Quinn. Definitely not 10 out of 10. Definitely not 8 out of, not even close to 8 out of 10. 6 or 7, or 6.5 out of 10. I mean, she did have a decent accent, but she couldn't, like, hold it for every line that she was doing. And, you know, that Harley Quinn from the animated series of the Batman, the original, that was Harley Quinn. She had the perfect voice. But this girl, she kind of had it, but kind of didn't have it. She definitely needed a lot more training in that, or practicing over the mirror or something. Watch more Harley Quinn animated series, but I don't know what the fuck she did for her acting studying. I could have played a better Harley Quinn than her. And, she had the bat that was cool, all these little shits, she's in love with Joker. They showed an origin story, Harley Quinn. That was I loved that, because I grew up with that, and seeing that on the live screen, that was beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Deadshot now. He was... We've been through Deadshot, but... Oh, he was cool. He was fucking cool. He was fucking cool. He was like the hitman. He has a daughter. They really had the connection between Deadshot and his daughter in there, and they really like show it to you out. You know, it's really good. Killer Croc. Well, I gotta say, Killer Croc. In the beginning of the movie, he looks huge, and whenever he has like a jacket on or a shirt or whatever on, he looks huge. And then somewhere in towards the movie, as you're going along, he takes off his shirt and it looks like his head is twice as big as his whole body. He looked like a walking bobblehead. He looked like a walking bobblehead. He barely had any lines. Killer Croc, I had high hopes for. He was a cool guy in the animated series. He was really fucking cool. I had high hopes for him, but he didn't talk that much, and that's what killed it for me with the Killer Croc. I'd rather him talking more. He definitely should have had more lines. Harley Quinn and Joker, I feel that if they had more lines and different lines, they could have brought more out of the characters. You know, like... Thing went idle. I'm talking like... Harley Quinn and Joker, they have that comedic style of talking, you know, but they didn't really bring it out here. I guess because the scenes were short and they didn't want so many lines for them, but they should have done that. I mean, I wouldn't have minded another 20 minutes of their lines throughout the movie. I wouldn't mind at all. And God almighty, that guy, the climber guy, I don't know his name. I forgot his name. The guy with the braids, climber. They barely even mention him. He was garbage, that movie. I didn't really like him. Captain Boomerang was actually really good. The guy that played him, he actually played one of the gladiators in the Spartacus season 1. If you ever saw that TV show, watch it. He's a guy with like curly blonde hair, and he becomes friends with Spartacus. And he had the accent really good for Captain Boomerang. I mean, some parts I couldn't even understand him because he had the accent so good. And the boomerangs were cool. He had a little pink pony. I don't know. I don't know much about Captain Boomerang. I never seen him with a fucking pink pony. Not even, especially not in the fucking Flash TV show that's going on right now. Flash season 3 is coming out, by the way. Don't forget that Gotham season 1 premiered yet last night. Season 3, episode 1. It was good. It was real good. Lucifer season 2, episode 1 came out last night. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out today with a new episode. And then everything else is around October, November. Even Supergirl and Flash, Arrow, Supernatural. What else do I watch? There's a whole lineup. There's No More Heroes Reborn. I guess that got canceled. There's a possible Limitless season 2 coming out. I'm hoping on that. Okay, either way, I'm going to keep this more Suicide Squad related because I keep blabbing off on shit. The beginning of the movie was really good, you know, like they acknowledge about what happened in Batman vs. Superman. They acknowledge what's happening now, what's supposed to be happening now. Amanda Waller, she was actually really good. She was a really, really good Amanda Waller, but I feel like they could have done better. Or a fatter Amanda Waller like she is, because that's how she is. But this girl, she was a good Amanda Waller, but I feel like she could have been a little bit more serious. Just a little bit more serious. Like, she was very serious, don't get me wrong, but she would have been a little bit more serious. She would have been perfect as Amanda Waller. Perfect. And the Task Force X, with the military idea, that was so cool how she was actually presented it. It was mind blown. You get some origin stories of Suicide Squad members in there, not all of them. You get like videos of them. You get to see how they caught some of them. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything and say who they didn't catch, who they didn't show that they caught. Was there one? No, they might have showed all. I don't know. I can't remember. But that movie was, wow. I went into there thinking that, oh, this movie's gonna suck, you know. You fucking got Will Smith as Deadshot. Batman's probably barely gonna be in it. I was right about that. I was like, man, Joker has all these tattoos. What the fuck is going on? Harley Quinn doesn't look like Harley Quinn. And what the fuck was going on? The Joker and Harley Quinn scenes, though, of like the romantic scenes with them, of how they like came together and everything, it was perfect. I mean, they definitely needed more lines. Okay, not perfect, but they needed more lines. It was really, really good. I mean, they really caught some chemistry there. That was really good, actually. They just needed more lines and better lines. More lines that Joker would actually say, not some other type of Joker that we don't even fucking know. I mean, you want to bring in a new Joker, put him in a goddamn cartoon. Put him in a comic book. Don't put him in a goddamn movie you want people to pay to see. Enchantress, she kind of looked animated for most of the movie. Like, she looked like an animation. I mean, she didn't even look real. It was weird. Too animated for me. And then Enchantress has a brother, in case you didn't know. Enchantress, I got to admit, considering, well, yeah, she actually did do a good job. I mean, I don't know much about Enchantress, but she did a pretty decent job, I'll admit that. But, let's see, who else? Who am I missing? Let me know in the comments. No, I'm kidding. Let me look up who else is in the goddamn Suicide Squad. Who did I forget? Oh, Katana Girl. Yeah, Katana Girl. Katana Girl? Katana Curl kind of seemed just thrown in there. But she understands English. But she can't speak it. That is fucked. That is fucked. That is really fucked. We had Captain Boomerang, right? Oh. Killer Croc. Yeah, we mentioned that. Barely anything. And then we had this, what's his name? Diablo guy, the guy with the skull face and the fire. I really liked his story in the movie. He had a really good story. He was just fucking awesome. He was awesome in that movie. He was like one of the highlights, definitely. Especially towards the end. Let's see, who else do we have? Ben Affleck as Batman, yeah, he was perfect. The story, I was hoping that Joker would be like the main bad guy in this, like the big bad of the movie. Like he has some kind of master plan and they gotta stop him or something. And then maybe Harley Quinn joins him instead. But they didn't do that. You don't see much of Joker. Not that much. Well, a lot more than Batman, I'll give you that. But man, I gotta say though, I'm trying to remember how it happened throughout the movie without spoiling it for you. Katana Girl, she looked fucking good. She looked real good in that. God almighty. But we're seeing Joker, I wanted him to be more. The bad guy that they had for the movie, it's very unexpected. Very unexpected. There's like 2 or 3 almost. Well, 2 main ones, and Joker would be like a third one, but he's barely around. When you go into this movie, expect to be fucking surprised. I mean, surprise after surprise, surprise after surprise, surprise after surprise. At the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just the way of these surprises that just happening one after another, the story unfolding, it was perfect. It was a great fucking ending. I mean, both. There was like two different endings, but both were fucking awesome. How they stopped the bad guy, how they had to like come together and all that, and then like work together against the bad guy. That was really, really cool. It says the bad guy was more like a supernatural type of bad guy, like some kind of big monster type motherfucker. I don't like that too much. I don't like the whole supernatural, like in Justice League vs. Teen Titans. It was like Raven's dad as a bad guy or something, and it was like, it's all over the place that I can't really follow the story so perfectly. I mean, well, this movie they actually had me help. I was able to follow the story pretty perfectly, and I'm not sure if there was a post-credit scene because Batman vs. Superman did not have a post-credit scene, so I was not going to stick around through fucking credit after credit and then bye, blank screen. I wasn't going to do that. But either way, I would definitely suggest to see Suicide Squad before it's out of theaters. It's probably going to be out of theaters soon. But this movie, I would have to say, I'd have to say 8.5 out of 10. Almost 9. Like 8.8 out of 10. That's what I would say. I'm losing my voice. Hold on. 8.8 out of 10. This was, I mean, the way the story was it. You know how they tell you a good story and it just unravels throughout the entire movie. Like, you see one thing happen after another, and it's like, whoa, this connects with that, and it was really good. It was a masterpiece. Definitely my favorite was Rick Flag. The car chase with Batman and Joker, short, really good though. It was really good. When they showed Joker's lifestyle, it was kind of cool, but still kind of like that Romeo and Juliet movie that Leonardo DiCaprio was in. That's what I saw when I saw that. I was like, wait, is this a Romeo and Juliet remake? Where's Leonardo DiCaprio? Because I mean, there was one guy that looked like fucking one of the bad guys in that movie, Romeo and Juliet. I saw that so long ago. I think it was like in school or something. It was weird. I'm surprised that movie was made back then. But that's my review of the Suicide Squad. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you want spoilers, then let me know. Or go to my page and look for Suicide Squad review spoilers. Because that's going to be the good one. Bye.